In this video I'm going to show you how to make an assembly. So if we go up here, open, hit assembly and hit OK. Now when it opens up, the first thing I'm always going to do is I'm going to put in the main part. So this for the mouse will be the main body. Open it, and once I click, it's locked in space there straight away, so it's fully defined. Note that down at the bottom right hand side of your screen. The next part I'm going to put in there is I'm going to put in the USB head. So I click assembly again, insert components, browse, and there's the USB in the folder. Open. Now I can drop it off anywhere there. Okay, so I'm just going to hover around. I'm going to drop it off to the base because it's going to slot in the underside. Now if I want to rotate that, I can go up to move components, rotate, and if I hold down the mouse now, it'll rotate it. So I'll just turn it. I want it roughly going up. It'll be going in that direction into the bottom of it. Okay, so I can hit OK there. Now I want to do a mate. So usually in space, if you think about it, it goes up and down, left and right, forwards and backwards, so it's 3D. So for virtually all mates, you will need 3 mates to fully define it. So if I click on this surface here, for example, and I click on this surface here, that would mate them parallel. Now, just to be careful, it's because this is probably the side that's going to come in contact with it. I'm going to select this one and this one here. Now it lines itself up. Hit OK. Next one I'm going to mate is I'm going to mate this surface here on the side of the USB with the housing here. Lines that up again. Hit OK. And now I wanted to go into that there to sit into the housing. So just by the way, I'll just X out of that for a moment. Now that is underdefined down here because I've only 2 mates on it. Now I can move it up and down, but if I squiggle around my mouse, I cannot move it from left to right. Okay, so we'll go back in, we'll put on the 3rd mate to fully define this. So click on the top, and I'll zoom in here, and I want to level with this guy here. So it slots in there, and I hit OK. Now there's 2 parts in that there, and that is fully defined. Okay, now you can see them over there in your design tree as well. Next part I'm going to put in there, so it's just the same process, putting in the parts and mating them. So go to insert component first, and I'm going to put in the switch on the bottom this time. So browse, switch, OK. So I'm going to stop talking for a few minutes now, and I'm just going to stay mating them in place. Actually, I'll start talking again there. Another handy thing there to do is to mate the plane sometimes when you want to mate an object. So if I hover over these planes, I'll find a plane that is similar to what you want. So I might go, since I'm linking the main body there, if I click on that front plane, that is directly in halfway in it there. And if I close that now, and I go down here, and I click on the switch, and I open up that design tree. Just zoom in there now so we can see it easier. Hold on that design tree there, and that is the plane I want. Now if I click on that, it's going to bring it over there. It's too far over. So what I can do there now is I can set a distance on it. Okay, so I'll hit 20 and see how that looks. Not enough. I'll put that down to 15. Almost there. We'll hit 14. Click. Lovely. So any of those would do there. So I'll just put it 14.5 maybe, and leave it a bit in the center as if it was to be clicked from left to right for on and off. Okay. Now again, that's gone to fully defined, so I'm going to put in the next part. So go insert, browse, and this time I'm going to put in the battery cover. Now it's a good idea to drop it off roughly where you want it to go, so I'm going to put it in there on the bottom. Now for this one, this mate, I'm going to select this front face here, zoom in on it, hold down your mouse wheel, spin around. I'm going to mate it with that face there. Hit OK. It'll give you the option of right clicking there quickly to confirm the mate. So I want this one here next, and that one there is going to mate in with this face in here. Now, so they're perfectly lined up. All I've got to do now is to set a mate so that this is level with this surface here and that, and there again we have it fully defined. Now insert the last component, so which will be my scroll wheel. See it open there. Now I'm going to want it obviously to go in here. Now the handiest way I think about mating something like this would be for the way with the body he has made is I'm going to use the planes to mate it. Okay, so if I open the planes here, and on the main body there's the front plane there, so I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to open the, I can close any one I'm not using, open the design tree and the scroll wheel. There's the front plane there, and that perfectly lines it up. If it didn't, I could set a distance mate there, so I'm going to hit OK there with that. The next mate we need to mate now is we need to bring it forward a bit. You can see it's gone up into the body there, so go up here again. This time I'm going to mate the right planes, and I'm probably going to set a distance on this to move it down so it's not in contact with the body. So go down there, pick up the right plane on the scroll wheel. Now it has brought them, lined them up, still in the body there. So I'm just going to bring that slightly forward, so it will be in the body until I lower it down as well. Okay, so I can set a distance mate there, so I can make that, we'll say we'll try 8. Now if it's going the wrong way, hit flip there, flip dimension. I'll go back, I'll try 6 again, pulling it in a bit. Now I can go back in at any stage as well, and I can adjust these mates also. Okay, so it's slightly catching in the front and top there, so I'm going to just leave it at that for a moment, and if I have to I'll come back in and I will adjust that mate shortly. So now I'm going to drop it in with the top plane, so mate the top plane of the wheel, and come up there, and I'm going to mate the top plane of this. Now way too far down obviously, so we're going to have to set a distance mate there, so I'm going to try 40. And we can see now if we hover in over that, it's starting to look a bit better. I'm going to drop it down another bit. See how that looks, 38, 36. Okay, and it might be a case now that I need to go back in and mate, adjust the mate on the last one. So when you want to adjust a mate, go down, open up the mates. Now it'll be the last two mates I'm going to have to play around with there. So I'm going to go in and edit that, and this time I'm going to pull back the mouse wheel a bit, so 2 mil. I might even bring it back more. I'm going to OK that, and now I'm going to go and I'm going to adjust, close that. I'm going to adjust the last mate, so the wheel is in it, it's not in contact or anything, but it does need to come up a small bit, I think, just to look right. So right click, edit that, and 36 is what I had it at. I'll set it to 34, it pops it up a bit, too high and catching the back of the body there, so I'll go down to 38, and there it is, in and not contacting anything. So don't be afraid to go in and adjust the distances to get it to your desired effect. Okay, so you can see down there that's fully defined now. That is the assembly done for that mouse. Thank you.